Greetings, this is Eduardo Jambo. Today I'm going to review the Apache software license. So specifically, it's actually Apache license 2.0. It's a very popular and well-respected open source license. If you're a developer, content creator, or software user looking to understand your rights and responsibilities under this license, this guide is for you. The Apache license is used by major projects such as the Apache HTTP server, Android, and many tools from Google and Facebook. It's a permissive license, meaning it gives users a lot of freedom without forcing them to make their own software open source. Let's break it down in simple terms. So what is the Apache license? As I said before, it's actually Apache license 2.0. It's an open source license created by the Apache Software Foundation, that's ASF. It allows you to use the software for personal, educational, or commercial purposes. You can modify the source code. You can distribute the original or modified software. You can include the code in proprietary, that's closed source projects. The only major requirement is attribution, license inclusion, and the disclosure of the changes. So as you see here, it's free to use. That means you can use the software for any purpose without paying any royalties. You can modify it. You can change the source as you see fit. You can distribute the software with or without changes. However, you must include the Apache license in your project, and you must credit the original authors. And the good thing is, it also there's a patent grant, which means that it gives you rights to use any patents held by the contributors. The last point is a very big win over other licenses such as MIT, which do not explicitly mention patents. So why should you use this Apache license? Well, if you want to release open source software that allows it to be used in closed source or commercial products, you care about patent protection, and you want a license that is enterprise friendly and compatible with global legal systems. So I do have a sample of the Apache license here. It can get a little bit long, that's why you see I have it here where you scroll down. You can actually read about it here. So I said this is just a quick summary. I don't want to take this too long, but as you can see, it has there are 9 parts and an appendix as well. So this is the quick overview of it. Commercial use, distribution, modification, patent use, private use. The conditions are license and copyright notice must be included, changes must be included. Limitations are obviously liability is not provided, trademark is not provided, and warranty is not provided. That's part of course on open source licenses. Alright, now I do have the Apache Foundation website here. And as you can see here, we're not going to talk about the foundation. We'll just care about the projects that actually use this license. So also, you can also go to licensing. It's just apache.org/foundation. You can go to licensing, and you can see here. I will just do a quick overview of the licenses. As you can see here, the original Apache license was version 1.0. Then they had 1.11. Which was used in 2000. Now the current version is Apache license 2.0, meaning that this obviously 1.1 obviously superseded 1.0, and 2.0 has superseded 1.1. So this is the current one. It should be used, and you can read more about it here. All this explaining all the legal mumbo jumbo. It's all here as well. Okay, so some of the projects that actually use the Apache license, and also the Apache Foundation infrastructure here. So take a look at some lists here. As you can see here, they always have the Apache name in them. Some of this might be familiar to you guys. For example, we go down here. There's Ant. There's I'm just going through very quickly here. Some will be more popular than others. I mean, more well known than others. I don't mean to disparage their popularity. For example, there's Commons. I remember when I used to do Java, especially Android, the Commons was always coming up there a lot. As you can see, there's a lot of Commons. The word Cordova. This used to be originally called PhoneGap. That's all Cordova. So I'll take a look at that one. This is maintained by Apache, the Apache Foundation. Derby, this is a database. This one I've heard of or more familiar with. It doesn't mean I haven't heard of the others. I most likely have. I said I'm just going down really quickly, just eye-opening. What else here? Groovy. HTTP server. This is very popular, and I still use this for all my servers. I'm still using Apache, even locally when I do testing. I do use the HTTP server. What else is here? There's quite a lot. I'm not most likely not giving this justice as well. Oh yeah, log4j. Let's take a look at that one. And obviously the others which are not necessarily here in the in this list, meaning that they're maintained by different parties. And mod underscore FTP, mod underscore Perl. This one I do use as well. NetBeans. This is my preferred IDE as of 2025, time of this recording. OpenOffice. This was openoffice.org, and then it was donated to Apache by Oracle when they bought Sun. What else is here? As I said, there's quite you see these are also projects which are maintained by or infrastructured by the Apache Foundation. As you can see, there are a lot of them here. I'm just going this really quickly. Tomcat, the Tomcat here. Oops, Tomcat, and then the Enterprise Tom. So again here. Yeah. So I said there's a lot here, and these are the only ones I'm saying. There are other projects which you also use. For example, Android open source one is under the Apache license. Meta also does some of the projects on the Apache license, not all of them, but that's all they do. So if you go look, some of the projects we open up here, for example, this one, the Cordova. Remember I told you this used to be called PhoneGap. This allows you to create multi-platform apps just using web technologies. It will do the heavy lifting for you. For example, if you're on Android or iOS, it will do that for you. Meaning you don't have to write, you can just use HTML5. So that's the Cordova project. This one, it's a database, it's called Derby, and it has dedicated website. If you see here, apache.org, Derby. So I apologize for not going to the Cordova one. Those obviously has a dedicated site as well. And then here, oops, I'll close the Derby one. And then we have Groovy, which is this is another powerful type dynamic language. We have the HTTP server. So this one is managed by the Apache HTTP server committee. So this one, as I said, this powers a lot of websites. And the current version, as you can see, is 2.4.65 as of 2025, July the 23rd, and the 2.4 series. And this is log4j, which is a efficient logging API and backend for Java. You might see this in your if you ever have some Java projects. You see that one. NetBeans, I said I do use this one. It has its own site. That one is also managed by the Apache NetBeans committee, so it has its own site here. I do use this one. I'm currently using version 26. I'll do a review of current 27 when I upgrade, most likely later this month or very early next month. It's an IDE, meaning integrated development environment. Okay, we have OpenOffice. This is an office suite. You see it has Writer, Calc, Impress, Draw, and Math and Base. The Base is for databases. Math is for mathematical functions. Draw is it's what's that one? It's like it's a PowerPoint alternative. A presentation. That's what I meant to say. Presentation. Sorry, I made a mistake. Impress is the PowerPoint for presentations. Draw is for drawing. It also has a vector. I think it's a vector draw, similar to Inkscape. Obviously, it has less features, and Inkscape is more full-featured. Calc is obviously the spreadsheet, so that would be Excel. And then Writer is obviously the WordPress, so that would be like Microsoft Word equivalent. Okay, and then of course you can go and download. It has its own website as well, so it's also managed by the Apache Open Office Committee. It does have its own, here we go, so it has its own site. Unfortunately, it looks like this hasn't been, I don't know if it's still, yeah, they do from time to time post some releases, especially for bug fixes, but looks like it's really hasn't had any updates in a while, but it's still, people still use this. Okay, then we have Tomcat, which I know this is a web server. It's an open source software implementation of the Java servlet, Java server pages, Java expression language, and Java WebSocket technologies. So this one is also pretty popular. At least it used to be when I was doing a lot of Java stuff back in the day. And of course, yeah, so that's it. So so as you can see, you can get the Apache. There are a lot of products. Some of them are very used in enterprise and obviously day-to-day software applications that all use the Apache license. So it's a very popular license. Okay, so let's, what are my thoughts on the Apache license? So Apache License 2.0 is a clear and well-drafted license that fits well with today's software development needs. Its permissiveness makes it popular among developers who want widespread use of their code, and its legal clarity and patent clauses make it a top pick for businesses. It strikes a nice balance between freedom and protection. If you need help using the Apache license, I'm available for one-on-one programming tutorials, custom installs, updates, or migrations, integrating the Apache license into your project. You can contact me at ojambo.com/contact. So let's conclude this. Understanding software license doesn't need to be difficult. The Apache License 2.0 offers freedom with fairness. Whether you're releasing a new plugin, library, or web app, it's a solid choice for projects, both users and creators. Thanks for reading, and feel free to reach out if you need help applying open source licenses to your next project. And also with that, I leave you, but be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more content. Thank you very much, and see you next time.